Never mind. This room is, it's got his group portraits, some of them anyway. This painting that we're looking at right now is originally from the Frans Museum, and you see this fellow right here in the center, the heavy one, is the same fellow that's in that pendant painting in the other room with his wife, and possibly also the other portrait. This is usually in the Frans Museum, this painting, which is a great museum, but the lighting there is terrible. It's so much easier to see this painting here than it is to see it at the Frans Museum, because at the Hals Museum it was never designed as a museum. It was an old age home, and here it's an actual gallery. So I'm not fighting the reflecting light out of the windows to see this, because what you don't see when you stand here is that this painting's got a lot of cracks in it. It's crackety, crackety, crackety. The other one they have over there, probably still at the Frans Museum, is even worse than this one. But it's nice to see this in museum quality light for a change. Although it looks like something's happening on that red scarf over there. That's not, I don't think that's paint. I think that's some aging process maybe involved. Of course, what made these paintings famous is that all these individuals are individuals. But one of the things that made these paintings also great was, in addition to them all being individual portraits, is that it was a nice composition in its completeness. You see this nice wave with the way that this flag comes down the banner, and it creates sort of like this reflected in this wave over here, and it's got a nice motion to the entire painting to try to bring it up. And Hals was the expert at this. They paid him a fortune to do these paintings, and he had a good life, and he lived to be almost 90. So there was that. And the food is delicious. Let's see, you got chicken, olives, wine. You see the still life over there with the glass, which in itself is a piece of masterpiece of its own. One of the things I like about these big paintings by Hals is that each piece could be its own masterpiece, really, if you look closely at the things. And then there's the running hands. Watch the hands. Up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 and around, except for these two hands down here. And then there's the window, which is nicely painted. And not to be also understated is that corner, the drapery work in that corner was also, an intricate part of the component of the painting. It probably was a brighter green when it was first done. It's just a pleasure to see this painting. You gotta look at this guy's leopard stripe or leopard spots, which when you look closely, they're abstractly done. Yeah. In fact, all across his uniform here. Now that I'm looking at it closely, and I've seen this painting like 12 times, and here it is, I'm noticing it for the first time. All these little buttons or whatever they are that across this entire uniform up his sleeve over here form its own design pattern. That's a rather flat design pattern. Very, very, very modern. They didn't redo this type of stuff until the Impressionist era. But here, take a look. See those buttons? And then they continue in reverse. First they're black on black, right? And then on the sleeve they come up in here as white on black. Or I'm sorry, black on white. All the way up. Very cool. And they're all just like scattered in there, but it doesn't blow the reality of the picture at all. And that's why he's one of the three greatest masters that have ever lived.